Welcome back. It is our final Game of the Year watch of 2024, leading up to the reveal of IGN's Game of the Year. I'm Daemon Hatfield. I'm joined by Jada Griffin, Destin Legarie, and Tom Marks. And now it is time for the best Nintendo game. The nominees are Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door, Super Mario Party Jamboree, Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble, The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom, and Unicorn Overlord. Nice to see that nominated in another category.
Yeah.
Jada, what's your pick for best Nintendo game this year?
I gave it to Unicorn Overlord because I loved so many RPGs this year. I wanted them to win in as many categories as possible. And just the amount of depth and customization you can put into this game to where you're changing units, arrangements, and their skills and their equipment, like mid-battle, right before a fight, to just optimize and min-max. This screamed everything that Jada wants in an RPG for this year. And so I fell in love with this game, and it was great on the Switch.
There's also a surprising amount of things to do just on this giant overworld map when you're not even in battle. It's my favorite art style of the year, hands down. But how do we feel about Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom?
Zelda, I reviewed Zelda. I love Zelda, and it feels like it sort of unjustly got lost in the shuffle this year. The conversation sort of moved on from it kind of quick, which is a shame because I genuinely think it's one of my top 2D Zelda games of all time, like ever. And Link to the Past is my favorite Zelda game, period. And so to have a game that was so inspired by, in line with, following in the footsteps of that, while also bringing in what the Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom 3D Zelda games have been doing with wacky creating things to break the game and solve puzzles in ways the developers were not necessarily intending, I thought it did that so well, and I think it deserves. I think it's going to be very influential for the series going forward, and I think it deserves the love of being on a list like this.
I do think it's probably still the front runner for the Nintendo award, unless there's Mario Party.
Mario Party,
which is the beloved Mario Party game,
or maybe Unicorn. I also do really quickly want to say Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. I'm really glad that game got nominated, made it onto a list for us somewhere, because that is an underappreciated gem. It's like the weirdest one on this list. We have happy Nintendo games and RPG, and then this weird horror-ish point-and-click puzzle game. But man, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes is absolutely one of my favorite games of 2024.
All right, it's time to find out. The winner of IGN's Nintendo Game of the Year is The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom.
I'm happy that Zelda won.
Yeah.
It's such a great experience and such a fun new mechanic that they included. I'm very excited to see what the studio does with their next Zelda game, because I feel like this is them kind of just getting started, them figuring out how to make their brand of Zelda games. And so I'm very excited to see what they do next.
Yeah, I'm excited to see if we get another actual Zelda game starring Zelda.
Yeah. I think they proved that they have a way to do it that doesn't feel like, quote unquote, a gimmick, right? It doesn't feel like a spin-off, whatever. This felt like a Zelda game.
Yeah. Very cool. Congratulations to The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom, IGN's Nintendo Game of the Year. Jada, what do the polls tell us?
The polls are telling us what the community is feeling about 2025's game slate so far. These are the games that we know of that are supposed to drop in 2025. And this one, 44.3% optimistic. They're very excited. So for, obviously, like we said earlier, Grand Theft Auto 6, Monster Hunter Wilds. There's so many games we know that are coming.
Death Stranding 2?
Death Stranding 2?
Death Stranding 2?
No,
Doom the Dark Ages.
Doom Dark
Sorry.
Ages. Yeah, there's so many big games. Ghost of Yote.
Ghost of Yote. And then
Maybe an entire console.
Yeah.
probably an entire Switch console. Metroid Prime 4.
Yep.
Right.
Bring it all on.